Loyalty, that elusive quality we all crave, often finds its most iconic representation in the form of a dog. But is the dog truly the most loyal pet? Let's unpack that for a moment. When you think of loyalty, what comes to mind? A wagging tail, a warm nuzzle, those big trusting eyes that seem to say, I'm here for you no matter what. It's a beautiful image, isn't it? But let's not be too hasty in our judgment. Dogs have been our companions for thousands of years, and their loyalty is often romanticized in stories and movies. Think of Hachiko, the dog that waited for his owner at the train station every day, even after the man had passed away. It's a heart-wrenching tale that tugs at the strings of our hearts, reinforcing the idea that dogs are the epitome of loyalty. But what about other pets? What about cats, for example? They're often painted as aloof, but I've seen cats that are fiercely loyal to their humans. They may not greet you at the door with the same enthusiasm, but when they curl up next to you on the couch, purring softly, isn't that a form of loyalty too? And let's not forget about birds. I once had a parakeet named Charlie who would mimic my laugh. Every time I chuckled, he'd join in, and it felt like we shared a secret bond. He would sit on my shoulder, chirping away, and I'd like to think he was loyal in his own way. Loyalty doesn't always have to be loud and boisterous. Sometimes it's quiet and subtle, like a gentle reminder that someone is there for you. Then there are rabbits. I had a friend who had a rabbit named Thumper. Thumper would follow her around the house, hopping after her like a little shadow. When she was sad, he would nuzzle against her leg, as if to say, I'm here and I care. Isn't that loyalty? It's not just about the size of the animal or the way it shows affection. It's about the connection we forge with them. Now let's consider the idea of loyalty in the context of how we treat our pets. Dogs often get the spotlight because they are trained to perform tasks, to obey commands, to protect us. But what about the loyalty we show them? Are we as loyal to our pets as they are to us? How many times have we abandoned a pet when it became inconvenient? How many times have we neglected their needs for our own desires? And let's talk about the nature of loyalty itself. Is it unconditional, or is it conditional, based on how we treat them? A dog may seem loyal, but if you mistreat it, it will either become fearful or aggressive. It's a delicate balance. Loyalty is a two-way street, and it requires effort from both sides. So is the dog the most loyal pet? It's a complicated question. Dogs certainly have a reputation for loyalty, but loyalty can manifest in many forms. It's not just about the animal, it's about the relationship we cultivate with them. Each pet, whether it's a dog, cat, bird, or rabbit, has its own way of expressing loyalty. It's a reflection of the bond we share, the time we invest, and the love we give. In the end, maybe the question isn't whether dogs are the most loyal pets, but rather how we define loyalty itself. Perhaps it's time to broaden our understanding and appreciate the unique ways in which all our pets show their devotion. After all, loyalty isn't a competition, it's a celebration of the connections we form, regardless of the species.